Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, a very quiet day today. Bitcoin is basically just consolidating at $37,800 roughly, just below the 61.8 extension level of this wave 1, which is the move of the November lows here to the April high. That's typically sort of the area where we want a wave 2 to start. So again, for anybody who missed previous updates, the idea is that we are in a bullish structure and we can focus on higher prices generally as long as the 27,350 level is holding. That's the 78.6 retrace of this rally that started on the 11th of September. If we see this move up as a wave 1, which I do because it's an impulse to the upside, then I would pay attention to a wave 2 corrective rally next. As soon as we see the first micro support levels break, then we can focus on that. But we first of all need to get the price to take the pivot out. Until the first support level breaks, the first micro support, we have to focus on higher. But this is the region where we basically expect micro support levels to break at some point so that this wave 2 correction can start. Yeah, very important to understand. So we're just letting the market tell us when this pullback starts. It hasn't started yet. There are a lot of bears out there still. Well, not too many actually. There's still a few bears out there on Twitter especially. And I always think when I read that, people still talking about new bear market lows or Bitcoin coming down to 15K to 20K again. Hey, it can all happen, but we haven't even broken micro support and people are bearish, right? I mean, how does that work? Why not just let the market tell us what's going on? And of course, you need the technical analysis to understand what the micro support levels are. Then you can watch for the signals, and when the market breaks it, then we can look at the next support, which will be down here, which is the wave 2 support. Now, when that breaks, then we can look forward to potentially even new bear market lows, but there will at that point be some support areas before there as well, right? It's not about predicting every single move or having the crystal ball because it doesn't exist. It's about identifying the relevant levels, identifying when does the trend change, on which degree. That is really the golden knowledge, the golden knowledge. With those price points, with those pivots, you can build your trading plan around the chart. Someone who says Bitcoin will go to 10K is just sharing an opinion. That's not helpful for trading at all because the market, very frankly, doesn't care about that person's opinion. The market doesn't care about my opinion. What really matters, and that's why we do objective analysis, is the levels, the objective levels that are coming from the analysis. Yes, Elliott Wave is to a degree subjective, but the Fibonacci levels are not. And the market tells us when we have to change our opinion. And essentially that is the signal we're waiting for. At the moment, we still focus on higher on the daily time frame, but also on the smaller time frames. But we're watching now very closely for a potential break of support. The daily chart tells us that of the 11th of November low, 11th of September it was, of the 11th of September low, we have 5 waves up. That means it's the time now to pay attention to the micro support levels, and if they break, it could indicate that this wave 2 pullback has started. And to be honest, that wave 2 pullback could take us down round about 15 to maybe even 27%. Not suggesting we will come down 27% necessarily, but it's a possibility in this scenario. It's just the nature of crypto that these Fibonacci levels are so wide, just because of the extensions and the volatility in the market. So what I also wanted to share again with you is that the price, please, shouldn't break above 43K in one go. I mean, if we break above 38,270 here on the daily, then we'll probably attack the 43K level next, or 42, 43. But we ideally don't get a sustained break above 43K without having a wave 2 pullback first, or we will have an overall more bearish looking structure, which means it could just be a B wave here. However, even then, as long as the support levels are holding afterwards, everything's okay from a bullish point of view. So there's no need to try to tell the market what we think. It's always the other way around. The market tells us what we should think. So now we are looking at the 1 hour chart. Here literally nothing has changed from the previous update. The idea was that of this wave 1 to the upside here, the wave 4 finished likely on the 14th of November, that low, and we're now moving up in an ending diagonal. We've got our wave 1, we've got our wave 2. The wave 3 might still be in the making in an ABC structure, the C wave, an ending diagonal. Then a wave 4, no, 1 second. The C wave is not an ending diagonal, the C wave would be an impulse. Then we get a wave 4 and a wave 5 of 1. This would be preferred. There are other ways how this microstructure can be counted, for example, as a triangle. That's another valid option, even though if this had been a triangle and the wave 4 here, the move up should have been very aggressive. I wouldn't call it really aggressive. It's very sloppy. It just is very suggestive of all of this here being a larger ending diagonal pattern, the entire move here. The entire move, not just the C wave, the entire move. So it's very sloppy, very slow. So that would suggest ending diagonal, but nothing changed from the previous update. My view is still that as long as we're holding this B wave low, that's at 35,680, we can focus on further extensions higher. If we break early, that's fine. I mean, Bitcoin really reached minimum expectations in this entire move up. However, it will already be a first warning that is going to break if the 78.6 retrace is breaking. So that means if we see a break below 36,220, then we have to assume that this structure might break. Okay, below that level, I'm going to watch that B wave low, the low that was made on the 21st of November. And then we are going to explore the onset and the development of this larger wave 2 correction. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.